JoJo Rabbit. I actually saw JoJo Rabbit last night. So I guess here, so we have, this is the front cover of the 4K Blu-ray. JoJo Rabbit is like a satire on World War II and everything with Germany and stuff like that. Pretty hilarious. You kind of have like, you gotta have to have like a dark, you got to be into dark comedies. So this is one of them, and it follows this kid JoJo, and then he gets made fun of, and that's how they call him JoJo Rabbit. You should see why. It actually is a very endearing scene. Special thanks to Tyler Mitchell. I will link his description down below because we got the back end here from his Blu-ray unboxing of this film. It's one of the films that, since I saw it kind of late, I realized it's a movie I should definitely purchase myself. So it'll most definitely be in my collection eventually. I'm not so big on the whole Hitler stuff, but I love these movies like Inglourious Bastards and JoJo Rabbit, even though they have no ties to each other, but it's just like almost a rewriting of history in a sense. This isn't really rewriting a history, this movie. This movie is more about a kid who has a good heart and is involved in the whole Hitler, Nazi stuff, uprising and all that junk. So basically, from what we see here, I'm going to show you real quick, is the back end here, as you can see. Let me zoom in just a smidge there. So as you can see here, this is the back end here, thanks to Tyler Mitchell, who has a YouTube channel on here as well, and I will link it down in the description below. I also want to let you guys know and everybody know that I do shout outs as well at the end of the show. So if you want to find out more at the end of the show, just go and just type into the live chat and let me know that you want to get a shout out and talk to me about any of these movies that have come out. This next one here, let me zoom in to the making of stuff, because this is what we talk about here on this channel. So the first thing I see, it says Inside JoJo Rabbit. This is a movie that is released by 20th Century Fox, and it's a Fox Searchlight production, which is their independent line on Fox. So basically, because of their merger with Disney, this is almost like a Disney releasing too. When I saw the Oscars and this movie won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, they kind of cut to Bob Iger, I believe, and he seemed, well, around him, and it was kind of like a wide shot, and he seemed very, very pleased, and very pleased that Pixar won for Toy Story 4 and all that. So very, very good year for Bob Iger, especially all the stuff with the Disney parks, but that's another conversation for another time. So the Inside JoJo Rabbit, since it is a 20th Century Fox releasing, and I usually point out these distribution and production companies because they all have more or less of a pattern of what they look for and what they want to put in their special features. So from what I see here with the Inside JoJo Rabbit, it's just one. So that could be 30 to 40 minutes long of a little documentary or behind the scenes video. So it's like 30, 40 minutes. So they're most likely going to go throughout all around of what the production is like, from pre-production to post-production. But definitely going to talk about the production aspect of it, because that's more of the exciting parts of these type of videos. So let's see here, and the next thing I see is audio commentary, but Taki Waititi. So he is the writer director, and he also directed a Thor Ragnarok, which is more or less my favorite Thor film. I enjoyed the first one, but this third one was really good. Second one was okay, and it was nice to like get through waiting for the third one. So the third one, fantastic film. Definitely worth checking out. But this movie is way better than those. No offense to Marvel films or anything. And usually anything that comes from a book into screen too. So I'm kind of pertaining to anything that's not an original film, original screenplay. So this is an original screenplay brought to life, which we don't see too often nowadays. Nowadays, with big films, we just see a lot of remakes and sequels, and books turned into features, as well as graphic novels and comic books turned into features. So definitely check this out. That audio commentary is definitely going to be good for directors and writers alike. Everybody that's into filmmaking, it's something definitely worth checking out and seeing his point of view on his original film. It's his first one that he's I believe that he's gotten released. And then we see here, segueing on to deleted scenes. There's deleted scenes and more, which is great because then you see, as a writer, what ended up in the cutting room floor. Because, with film, when you're editing is like the fourth or fifth draft. They usually say you got to be about like 4 or 5 drafts anyways in a screenplay, but if you've only done, let's say, like 3 drafts in a screenplay, there's going to be another cut, which is another screenplay, which is going to be your film, and it's going to be in the editing room when you make those decisions. So with that being said, I believe that and more is going to be like trailers, maybe photo gallery and stuff like that. And then maybe some more extended or deleted scenes.